2003 was a wild year for TV drama. Networks were chasing big ideas, from gritty reboots to flashy sci-fi experiments, hoping to find the next 24 or CSI. But for every success, there were plenty of shows that fizzled out before finishing a single year. Let's take a look back at some of the short-lived dramas of 2003 that tried to break through and couldn't. Number 10, Dragnet.
The story you were about to see was inspired by actual events. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
ABC decided to revive one of television's most iconic crime dramas, Dragnet. The show was reimagined with Ed O'Neill, best known at the time as Al Bundy from Married with Children, stepping into the shoes of Joe Friday.
My name's Friday. I'm a cop.
And Ethan Embry as Frank Smith. O'Neill and Embry previously co-starred together in Dutch from 1991.
I'm gonna have you prosecuted for this.
Oh, you mean like in big people's court? Or some school teen court? Where if I'm found guilty, I gotta roll naked in the snow or...
It was a bold casting choice, and the first few episodes pulled in decent ratings. But the modernized Dragnet struggled to find its footing. Critics complained it was too formulaic, and viewers didn't warm to O'Neill's overly stiff, no-nonsense take on Friday.
There's a serial killer out there right now hunting down young women.
Victims, like your daughter here.
That's my son.
Despite a second season retooling and even changing the name to LA Dragnet, the revival couldn't compete against the wave of fresher crime shows and was canceled in early 2004. Number 9, The Brotherhood of Poland, New Hampshire. David E. Kelly, the hitmaker behind Ally McBeal in The Practice, turned his attention to small-town America with The Brotherhood of Poland, New Hampshire. The series followed 3 brothers, each with their own personal and political struggles, in a quirky blend of family drama and dark humor.
I love you. Everyone at this table does. But sometimes you gotta know when to be quiet.
But audiences weren't sure what to make of it. Was it a serious character study or a satire? Even though multiple storylines were running at the same time, nothing ever really seemed to happen, and the show was a bit of a bore.
No, we just forgot to turn in our entry for the Moose Lottery, and deadline's midnight, so...
God forbid you don't get to shoot a moose.
Ratings dropped almost immediately, and CBS pulled the plug after just a handful of episodes. Even the Kelly name couldn't save this one. Number 8, Platinum. UPN, Platinum tried to stand out by offering something completely different, a family drama set in the hip-hop music industry. It followed 2 brothers running a record label, mixing business ambition with personal conflict.
But harsh lessons are the ones you don't forget, Jackson.
We're doing business old school. All the thugs are either dead or in jail. And the reason our business is hurting is because players like you are making us all look country.
Critics praised the show's diverse cast and authentic feel, but the series struggled to find a consistent audience. UPN's limited reach didn't help either, and despite being ahead of its time, Platinum was canceled after only 6 episodes. It remains a rare early attempt at portraying hip-hop culture in a primetime drama. Number 7, The Handler.
Got your ID on you?
Yeah. So when am I gonna play?
Put it in a box. This time you're panhandling. Gonna watch a drug dealer on the street.
Joe Pantoliano, fresh off his Emmy win for The Sopranos, headlined The Handler. He played an FBI agent who trained and supervised undercover operatives, with each episode focusing on a different high-stakes mission.
Yeah, they got me running all over, driving girls to dates all over town, and it's a lot of work. These guys are hard-working gangsters. Plus, they're snorting coke all the time. You know, I gotta try and keep up. It's ridiculous.
The show had a solid premise and strong lead, but in the crowded landscape of police procedurals, it failed to stand out. Ratings dipped steadily, and CBS cut the series short after 1 season. Despite Joey Pants' star power, The Handler didn't have the staying power viewers wanted.
Getting sexy with me?
Yeah.
Don't do it unless you plan on going all the way with it.
Number 6, Tremors.
Oh, Betsy here. Finally consummate your relationship. Oh, Betsy, Davy Crockett's rifle.
I knew that.
The Tremors franchise had built a loyal cult following through its monster movie roots, so a TV spin-off on the Sci-Fi channel seemed like a natural move. Tremors the series picked up where the films left off, with Michael Gross returning as survivalist Burt Gummer, fighting off graboids and other desert terrors. Fans were excited, but the show quickly ran into trouble. Episodes aired out of order, the budget limited the creature effects, and casual viewers weren't sure what to make of it. Despite its cult status today, the series was canceled after just 13 episodes.
Capri Sun Lemonade. It's here, and everyone's on the way. Spread the word. A new thirst-quenching flavor is here. And it's liquid cool. New Capri Sun Lemonade.
Number 5, Jake 2.0.
That's me, Jake Foley. I'm in tech support. Security clearance, low. Very low. Then one day, it all changed. Now I can do things I never dreamed of. I've been upgraded. I have these powers.
Imagine a computer technician accidentally turned into a super spy after being infected with nanotechnology. That was the hook for Jake 2.0. UPN sold it as a mix between the Bionic Man and Superman, with Christopher Gorham as the awkward nerd turned reluctant hero. The show had a fun premise, but the execution never clicked.
And I can do stuff you don't even know about. I can interface with computers, totally wireless. It's incredible.
And how do you suggest we demonstrate that?
With modest ratings and stiff competition, UPN canceled it after just 16 episodes, leaving behind an unfinished storyline. 3 additional episodes were planned but never produced, which would have wrapped the story arc for Season 1. Over the years, Jake 2.0 has developed a small cult following among sci-fi fans. Number 4, Peacemakers. Peacemakers was one of the more unique experiments of 2003, a Western blended with a crime procedural. Starring Tom Berenger, the series followed a sheriff and a forensic scientist in the 1880s, essentially making it CSI the Old West. USA Network gave it a prime summer slot, and it debuted with some decent buzz and positive reviews from viewers. But the novelty wore off quickly, and critics weren't convinced the mix of genres worked. After just 9 episodes, Peacemakers was quietly canceled, remembered today mostly for its ambitious but awkward concept. Number 3, 10-8, Officers on Duty. From Spelling Television, this police drama followed rookie officers patrolling the streets of Los Angeles, aiming for a grittier, more realistic take than typical cop shows.
Come on out of there, son. Slowly.
I do nothing, man. Why you gotta hit me?
Because you're being stupid.
Unfortunately, 10-8 Officers on Duty blended into the sea of police dramas already flooding TV at the time. With little star power and uninspired storylines, the series failed to grab viewers. ABC canceled it after airing 14 of the 15 episodes, and it's largely forgotten today.
You can't go playing the coulda, woulda, shoulda game. We'll start messing with it. Waste of time.
Number 2, The Lion's Den. NBC put a lot of marketing behind The Lion's Den, starring Rob Lowe in his first big project after leaving The West Wing. Lowe played a morally conflicted lawyer running a prestigious Washington, D.C. law firm. The network expected prestige drama, but instead the show was bogged down by sluggish pace and muddled plots.
Could we just get a reality check here for a minute? The only time I enter this building is to steal office supplies for the clinic. There are many people who are much more qualified than I.
Ratings plummeted almost immediately, and NBC yanked it after only a few episodes, leaving 7 unaired entirely. For Rob Lowe, it was a major career stumble, one he eventually bounced back from years later with Parks and Rec. Number 1, Threat Matrix.
Every morning, the president receives a report that updates the most active threats against the United States. This report is called the Threat Matrix.
The Department of Homeland Security handpicked teams of agents from the CIA, the FBI, and the NSA to analyze and respond to the Threat Matrix report. Now, their job is to keep us safe.
Post 9/11, television networks scrambled to create terrorism-focused dramas, and ABC's Threat Matrix was one of them. The show followed an elite team racing to stop threats against America, with storylines ripped straight from the headlines.
Can confirm right now is that all major arteries in and out of the city have been closed down until this mysterious disease can be contained.
While timely, it felt heavy-handed and didn't stand out from other political thrillers. Viewers tuned out quickly, and despite a full season order, ABC canceled it after 16 episodes. Threat Matrix now serves as a snapshot of how TV was trying, and failing, to process the anxieties of early 2000s. 2003's one-season dramas were full of big swings, from reboots and sci-fi spin-offs to genre-bending experiments. But whether they were too formulaic, too ambitious, or simply unlucky, these shows couldn't survive the year. Some have found second lives with cult audiences, while others have been almost completely forgotten. Either way, they remind us that not every big idea in television pays off.